everybody.
Welcome back. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. It hasn't started on YouTube yet. Like the one time I'm here waiting to pause it, it hasn't actually started. Are we live? Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, I just got the notification that we're live.
Yeah, that's weird. I really want to be able to pause this. There we go. Okay. Now we got it. That way there's no sound coming through. The one time I had it.
I know.
Yeah. And then it didn't start. Whatever. We're waiting on Ed. He's running a little late.
Yeah, so everybody just hang out for a second. Hold on.
Yeah. We'll just wait. We'll just sit here in silence and wait for Ed. Nah. We'll say hi to Rosie. No. How about that?
Hey, Rosie.
Hi, Rosie. What's happening? And then this lady. It's
hey, Sarah.
That's right. Cha-ching King in the house. What's happening, buddy? Thanks for coming in, Scott. Yeah. This week was pretty good. Wasn't too bad. You were posting up a storm on Instagram.
Yeah, man. It's we are back like we were before whatnot, man. It feels good.
Yeah.
It was slow at first. Like, it's awesome. I can actually feel like I could carry a conversation with you guys without being like, yeah, only sold on whatnot this week. You know, I mean, it felt really good to actually be able to have those $25 to $30 sales persistent. Man, it felt good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're there. He is.
Hey guys.
Hi, Ed.
Was you sleeping off that in and out? Was that what it was? Yeah. Okay.
That's what you get.
Good.
That's what you get for bragging.
No, that, and I was just putting away all my stuff, just taking pictures of shoes as well.
Got a little nap in. I like it.
That too.
What's up, JD? Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, JD.
Kristen's here. What's up, Kristen?
William,
what's up?
William.
Hey. And then
William.
Hey, Jen.
This lady, I think you know her.
Hi, Jen.
Somewhere.
I think so.
Ed was at it in and out. That's why he was late. Had to go back for seconds.
Right now, that line would be in really, really long at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, you're right. It's supper time. Yeah.
It gets to that point where, it gets to that point where they start blocking the traffic out in the main streets.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Chick-fil-A gets like that out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they're fast.
They are fast, but I like Chick-fil-A. I don't think it's that good. But it's but anyways, we were talking about so Jimmy's back to normal now that he's not selling on whatnot very much anymore. He's been yeah. Did you sell the Dale shirt?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not back there.
Yeah,
I think we basically all quit whatnot now.
Yeah. Are you done now too?
Yeah, basically everything that I'm seeing now, and just not worth it anymore. Unless you have like a really high following. Nah.
Yeah, I haven't been on to even buy in forever. So
I haven't either.
Yeah, maybe eBay will make a splash with it. I have no idea.
Did you guys attend the live thing that they did?
No, we had somewhere to be that night when they did it, but a few people that watched the show sent me some screenshots of it and told me kind of what the deal was with it. And I guess it was like a real popular card seller or something like that, and they were selling things for stupid money.
Yeah, I think it was like first editions and that kind of stuff. I'm just interested if anybody here knows what the format was. Is it exactly like whatnot, or how was it? Was there immediate payment on?
Yeah, I'm curious to know the answer to that question too. Yeah, I mean, for $1,400 items, I hope that they got paid right away. But yeah, I'm curious to know too. Some of that stuff. There's a couple screenshots I got from a few people. Something was selling for like $1,300. I think it was like a card set of some sort. I don't know what what it was, but it must have been pretty valuable, or the potential to be pretty valuable, which is probably more likely than not. That it could have had some rookie card in it or some Poke. I don't know. I'm so bad when it comes to trading cards. Like, I'll be the guy at the flea market with stacks of trading cards. Like, yeah, just I don't care. Just take whatever you want.
Do you get those people that are super super concentrated, just going like this over and over and over until they're done with the stack?
I don't have a lot of trading cards, so we haven't brought them. I do have like a stack of old football cards over here, and a few like Pokemon cards and stuff that I like acquired over a period of time that I'm gonna bring. But yeah, no. So the guy next to us had like binders of Pokemon cards and like binders of like sports cards and stuff, and like everybody that came up to him they were, thumbing through everything, and he'd go up to him and be like, "Hey man, I'm just gonna be upfront with you. They've been pretty well picked. Anything super duper valuable is probably not going to be in there." And they're like, "Oh no, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that." He's like, "Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to let you know." So I feel like a lot of people that buy from flea markets are kind of looking for maybe to complete a set or stuff like that, where it's maybe not valuable to everybody else, but it's valuable to them because they've been looking for it. So that's kind of what I think of whenever I see people like that. But yeah, no, we've had DVDs and stuff where like we're in bins and people look through those. The first time we brought shirts, we didn't bring enough hangers, so we had like 2 bins full of we had 1 bin full of shirts, and then we had a bin next to it for them people to sort, and people dug. I mean, nobody had a problem digging through it. So
are you guys gonna go? Are you guys gonna go back to the flea market this Sunday?
We didn't go last Sunday because there was rain was in the forecast. Mm-hmm. And when rain's in the forecast, like nobody shows up. And it didn't end up raining till like late last night, probably early this morning, like 2 a.m. So we could have gone, but it just seems like when there's even a slight chance of rain, nobody even shows up. So if it doesn't rain this Sunday, we'll probably go back. Yeah. So
I think you should do an experiment. Put some shirts on the hanger, and then put some shirts in the bins, and see which one you sell out the most, and then you should go with that format.
Yeah. Well, we didn't sell a lot of shirts, but we didn't bring very good shirts either. Like when we got there, we were taking them out, and we're like, "Why did we put this in the bin? Like, what were we thinking?" So, but one guy, I don't think I ever talked about this. One guy came over and he was looking through our shirts, and he's like, if you sort them by size, it makes it a lot easier for people to look through them. And I'm like, this isn't Macy's, dude. Like, it's a flea market, man. So,
I don't know. I like digging through them.
Yeah, and most people didn't care, but he was just that was his little slight towards us, I guess. Mark says nothing on TV, so I guess you're it tonight. What's up, Mark? We appreciate being second.
We're his last resort.
We appreciate, we're his choice after TV. Poshmark changed to Pro Later in Canada now. What's Pro Later? I don't know.
A shipping company?
Yeah, tell us what that is, JD. I have 4 auctions scheduled, 15 to 20 postcards. Yeah, you're gonna do well on Whatnot. We are not. I take my sales to a convenience store, Pure Later pickup, and it's sketch. I'm not sure.
I want to know what a Pure Later is.
Yeah, I want to know what that is too.
Yeah,
what's up, Fart Sack? This Sunday is July 3rd, holiday weekend. Will be hit or miss. Never know. Oh yeah, it is a holiday weekend. Mm-hmm. That could be good, could be bad.
I mean, my last holiday weekend was really good.
Ours, yeah, we went. The first time we did it was Memorial. I always get Memorial and Labor Day. Yeah, Memorial Day. I always get the two confused. Was Memorial Day, and it was really busy. So we may go back just because. So, interesting. What's up, First Impression Films? Thanks for stopping in. I had a guy rip me off saying I should put my CDs with the label the correct way. I went over and he turned the box around and he left.
Oh, my goodness.
Rip on me, not rip me off, sorry. Yeah. What a jerk. Pearl Later is like FedEx. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Is it better now that Poshmark changed it to that? And did the price decrease for you guys?
Yeah, what changed? Did anything change? What was it before in Canada? I'm curious because it's all USPS here. So was it the Canadian Post or Canada Post?
I wanted to say Royal Mail, but I think that's UK, isn't it?
That is the UK, but it could still be Canada.
Right. That's why I think it's Royal Mail, but I could be wrong. Let us know.
Yeah. This weekend will be early in and out, probably. Okay. I'll check it out.
Some in and out.
Not for him. He lives in Illinois. Speaking of Poshmark, so everybody else is saying, you said Poshmark's been decent for you. Everybody's been saying Poshmark's been decent. We have we sold one thing. We sold a cassette lot on Poshmark yesterday, and it was Canada Post, by the way.
Okay.
So I sent an email to support, just being like, hey, we share religiously, like we always send offers, like the bot's doing it, so it's getting done. So
you didn't actually say bot, right?
No. But, no, I didn't even say that. I was just pretending like we do it, and I told him up front, I'm like, before you say this, we understand that the market is slow and people aren't buying as many things and so forth. So, like, it wasn't like I was like, hey, what's going on? So, and then I told him, I'm like, we share frequently. We always send offers to likers, everything like that. And the response back was you need to share. That's the way we do this. That's the best thing to do on Poshmark is share constantly. And I almost wanted to be like, dude, I share 5 times a day at these times, every day.
Persistent.
Yeah, and I'm like, what a terrible automated response to somebody who and I said in the email, we share very frequently and we always send offers to likers, and that was their response. And I just want to say, like, I'm just saying it because, like, number one, everybody I know is not really saying Poshmark is being that terrible.
Right.
And number two, like, everywhere else is fine. Like, even crappy Facebook Marketplace is getting 3 or 4 sales a day, or 3 or 4 sales a week. So, I mean, so there's something's wrong.
I think so. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know if anybody else. Maybe that whole Posh Ambassador 2 thing maybe really does make a difference. I could be wrong. I don't know.
We have to wait 6 months or something because you have to be on Poshmark for a year or something. So I think maybe it's like 3 months or something. I have no idea. But
by the way, I just got one of their perks, and trust me, I'm not spending that much to go.
What's that?
Their Posh Fest 2022. Posh Ambassadors 2 get 15% off, and it's $237 just for a ticket.
Where is it?
Texas, I believe.
So you gotta get to Texas too.
Yeah.
So you gotta fly, well, we'd have to fly, but
yeah. Oh, so would Ed. It's longer, probably a longer drive for Ed than it is for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
And and we get first access to it.
Great. You have to be really committed to a platform that you sell on to go to their little meeting thing.
I'll go to eBay Open only because it's the next state over. But I'm not going to Posh Fest for.
Is it in Nevada?
What?
Are you saying it's in Nevada?
Is it Vegas?
eBay Open. It's normally in Vegas.
Oh.
But Posh Fest they always move it around.
When's eBay Open?
Right.
They haven't announced anything yet, but I'm hoping that we can all go there.
Right. It's like, oh, sorry, we didn't make it. We were in a theater.
And remember, guys,
it's a business trip.
It's a business trip. So the plane, hotel, your car.
Yeah,
when was it last year?
Huh?
So when was it last year? Oh, they didn't have it last year?
Yeah, they did. They had it last year and the year before, but it was only virtual. And trust me, It was bad. It was not even good. This was one of our little gifts that we got. That's what we got.
Yay.
For being one of the first people to sign up.
Is that a shot glass?
Yeah.
No, it's a tumbler.
Oh, okay. I thought it was too when he brought it out. I was like, hey.
I want to say they probably gave us one, but I don't have it here.
Even my McDonald's is bigger than that thing.
But they did have it, but it was all virtual and it was just bad. And it was just the same thing. They were iterating the sneakers, watches at the time, purses, and just all high end stuff.
Yeah.
When we talked about the little guys, they're like,
I mean, I'll do what I did
You
at
guys are
every
there.
convention. Yeah, I'll do what I did at every convention that I've ever been to. Is I'll get my name tag, I'll check in, I'll walk around, and I'll be like, "You
yeah.
won't see me again." I mean, maybe if there's something cool or something, I'll come back. But yeah, nah.
I mean, all I can imagine them being is just getting popular people talking there, and that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, what else would there really be?
yeah. It'd be a good way to cure a hangover. Just sit there for.
Right.
The Mounties delivered the mail. Support said drop them lower, and they found that they are already at the bottom. It's true. Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Poshmark is for shoe people. We only have 1 month till we'll be an ambassador too. So
Nice. Get ready for the mass sharing.
Rosie said no. Posh ambassador. She's a Posh ambassador too, and her sales have been cut in half, maybe even more. So here's your answer. If you ship with Perlator, I'm probably butchering that. It's $8.99 versus Canada Post is $13.99. So everyone's jumping on the train. It's a pain to pick up and ship though. Sounds like it.
What?
But
Wait, so you can choose what you guys want, or did they switch over to one?
yeah, now we have more questions, JD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you choose? Can you choose the two, or did it all just ship over? And you got to take it to this sketchy convenience store to drop your stuff off all the time.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I expect half of the packages probably being missing if you have to drop it off at a convenience store.
Well, no, like you can drop FedEx off at CVS and Rite Aid, and stuff, and it logs it, and actually their register prints out it's basically like scanning it, because the moment they take, so it actually scans it immediately.
So many questions.
Yeah, we got tons of questions for you, JD. Sarah says Poshmark sucks. Block them. As long as it's
I remember when Sarah was saying Poshmark was the best.
I thought Poshmark was great too. I love. I have a faith, but not much. It's just terrible. I mean, for us, we know a lot of our store has changed, and we don't sell as much clothing as we used to, but it's not all that much different. And I can't figure out why we're not, I understand that, like, we're not listing nearly as much on it, but we still should be getting at least like a quarter of what we used to. Maybe
right.
1, 2 or 3 a week, maybe 4 a week. But because we were up to we would have at least 2 a day, even when things slowed down, and, when I guess we'll call it the recession came or whatever, we would still have 2 a day. Now we have nothing. We literally made it through the whole week. And our first sale was last night at last night at 12:30. So we made it all 7 days. Didn't sell a thing. So
I think for your kind of stuff, it might be the shipping, actually, because you charge shipping, right?
yeah, we charge shipping. We're not listing any ephemera or anything on Poshmark. So what we're listing on it is things that we know we can sell, like Cabbage Patches and toys and stuff like that, are all listed on Poshmark. But yeah, I don't know, and that's why I reach out to support. I'm like, maybe our store just needs a reset or a refresh or whatever they do, And the guy was like, "No, you need to share more." I'm like, "If we share any more, we're gonna get kicked off the platform."
Max out, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I got the proof right here. The guy says,
share it. That's what I should do, is add like two more schedules to it, and just be like, guy said I should share more, so I started sharing more. Jeez. Yeah. Rosie says, as long as it's cheaper than FlipCon, that's not easy to do, or that's not hard to do.
Right.
And it's not on a Wednesday, then yeah, Rosie's in. She's going to Vegas. I'm on Poshmark. It doesn't do well for me, and the absurdly low, insulting offers that come in, thinking about dumping the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I hate. It's all those half or more than half off offers. Like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
But from time to time, well, a lot of times actually, I get full price sales, so that's the reason why I still stay.
Yeah. We do too. I decline them like immediately. As soon as I get like a crappy offer from Poshmark, it gets declined. And it seems like that all of a sudden wakes them up because a lot of people will be like, oh, and then add $2 and you're like, decline again. And then they eventually will get there. The cassettes we sold though, we were asking 30 and they got listed before the sale because we always have a 20% off sale on our eBay store. So we build that 20% in. So sometimes some things go over to Poshmark that are marked up 20%. And so they offered us 25 and we were selling them on eBay for 24. So we were like, okay. So yeah, JD says, yeah, we have 3 options. That's interesting. We have no options. It's USPS or nothing.
Right.
So, I like
which I like.
We can use free supplies. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Right. I really like that. And then, yeah, I've been using that USPS, the priority mail tape on all of that stuff. That's first thing I grab whenever I get a Poshmark sale. In fact, it's been sitting down here not doing anything because we haven't had that many Poshmark sales. So, which is irritating because I got like 30 rolls of that stuff.
Wow.
So,
it's
Posh Ambassador.
Blow the dust off of it.
Well, you have dogs and a cat, so you understand if this falls with this piece down onto the carpet, that first piece of tape is unusable.
Yeah. So, dang it.
It is. And you're like, oh, gross. Does it give you a bump in views, etc.? Does it do anything as far as
I honestly have no idea. To me, I don't see no difference.
They don't advertise it, if that's what you mean, Mark. They don't say anything.
No,
hey,
the only thing they advertise is the fact that you have the gold badge. Other than that, I don't really see any difference.
Yeah, it's not a lot of work, I can tell you that, to get there. But especially if you have the bot. Old Chinese lady, can I get a receipt? No, you take picture. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a little sketchy. You take picture. JD, that whatever you just sent out might not actually get there. Oh yeah, we have FedEx drop off at local Walgreens. That's convenient. Yeah, that's not bad. Sarah says Poshmark equals dead.
I just take it to work. I was like, here.
Yeah.
FedEx picks up there. I'm like, here you go.
Yeah. We have the FedEx terminal at the other opposite side of Pittsburgh International, and we just take all our FedEx stuff there. And actually, USPS has a terminal right next to it. Like the two big massive planes, the USPS and the FedEx planes are parked right there. And then next to it, USPS has a terminal, but you can't go in to their terminals and drop off packages. They just have a drop off box. Okay. So if it's something like oversized, you can't stuff it in the drop off box. So then you got to go to the stupid UPS store, and that's always a disaster. Sarah hates going to the UPS store because they force receipts on her.
Yeah.
She like walks in and she drops off. She's like, thanks. And the guy's like, hold on, let me get a receipt. She's like, I don't need it. He's like, no, you need to have a receipt. And he's like, here, take this receipt. And she's like, I don't want it. I don't care.
I'd be like, here.
Thanks.
You did your job, bud. Here's a star.
Yeah, she hates going in there.
Give him a gold star. There you go, bud. You did it.
Yeah, for me, I just drop it off going towards my USPS post office. There's this little, I guess, mom and pop's place that FedEx and UPS goes there. They pick up at 3:34. I just drop it off there. And best part, no receipt given. He said, okay, thank you.
They love to give receipts. The one in Bridgeville near the bins we used to drop off there all the time, they will not. Like, that guy's just persistent. The one in Bridgeville will like, no, I have to give you a receipt. And she's like, I don't really want it. And he's like, I have to. He's, okay. Give me the receipt then.
The weirdest spot, it was during the sea, right? So I was at home and I had to ship out a golf bag and UPS would not pick this thing up. So I looked at my options and I had to take it to Advanced Auto Parts. That was so weird. Carrying this big pocket with it. And then they scanned it in. And then I got a message from the buyer asking where his golf bag was. Like, well, soon it's on its way. No, it was still there. I was like, so I went back up there. I was like, Hey, can I get my box that you guys supposedly did not send? Oh, we forgot what this was. I was like, come on, guys. It was like so embarrassing. So I had to take it to Dayton International Airport and drop it off.
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
I don't understand UPS and their pickup system is so backwards.
yeah.
Like it's $10 for them to come pick something up from your house, and I'm like, why? Like, and the guy drives
Really?
by my house all the time. Like every day, I've seen this guy driving by my house, and we've flagged him down. Like there's been times where like, well, the one time we were like on our way to go to like an auction or something, and we were dropping off stuff at USPS, and he's coming down the road, and I'm like, hey. He's like, you got some packages for me? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, can I put a sign on my mailbox or something when we have stuff for you? Yeah, like, I mean, but yeah, FedEx will come pick stuff up for nothing. You just schedule pickup like USPS, and they'll come grab it. Although the FedEx guy does get confused, but the one time he tried to take the big bag that says United States Postal Service on, he's like, "You want me to take this?" I'm like, "No,
No, please
that's
don't.
not for you." Yeah. So, Adam, the real reason that Sarah has blocked all customers on Poshmark, yeah, that's probably true. The last 2 sales made it to the customer, so I can't complain yet. Well, that's good.
Well, there you
There
go.
wasn't anything that the little old Chinese lady wanted, apparently. I started declining as well. Otherwise, just back and forth, waste of time. Yeah, it's weird with Poshmark.
Yeah.
Mark's a star seller on Etsy. Do you see the glow? It's
Wow. Mark, you get your gold star. Here you go.
nice. Yeah, there you go. We'll put your name on the good job board.
Look, everybody, here's Mark, and here's us.
Yeah,
Dang it.
that's right.
One
Mark's
of these
better
days,
than us.
you'll be here.
Yeah. You too could be a star seller. 99% of my mailings fit in a little slot. Just saying, oh, we're getting there. We've adapted a lot in the last couple weeks. So, our post office sends everything to PA, regular mail, everything. So you know it's going to be an extra day. Last shipment was scanned in Harrisburg for 2 days. No home pickup either. Oh, that's not
wow.
good. Wait,
Yeah.
West Virginia doesn't have their own like hub?
I think it depends
weird.
where you're. I think it depends what part of West Virginia they're in.
Yeah, that's true.
I imagine Morgantown does, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'd think so. Hi, Scott. Thanks for
Thanks,
stopping in.
Scott. Yeah, because mine all gets hung up in Cincinnati. Like, oh man.
As long as it's not Jersey City, man.
Well, I know, like the time you told me that your package made it, like on a Saturday when I mailed it out, or on Monday, I was like, wow, it got through Cincinnati quick.
Yeah.
You know,
We ours goes to the Pittsburgh branch, which actually is really good. And then from there, yeah, as long as it's not going to Jersey City, we normally don't have any slowdowns. But if it goes to Jersey City or LA for some reason, LA gets real backed up. But yeah, so Martinsburg is where the one in West Virginia. Oh yeah, I guess that wouldn't make much sense. That's a little far.
yeah.
There's still a bunch of now hiring signs here for USPS. So
Oh yeah, they're all over the place here too.
Yeah. So
Everybody has a now hiring sign. I feel like a lot of people figured out how to make a living like on their own during the pandemic, and they're never going back. Because I know when I first started working for myself back when I just did insurance, like after like the 6 months, once you figured out, you know, all the nuances of stuff of being your own boss and everything like that, like when you finally get into a groove and you start, you know, actually being able to make money and things like that, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm never going back, like ever. I will live in a cardboard box outside before I will go back to this life. Like, I will live in a double wide with no problems whatsoever.
Right.
As long as I don't have to ever answer to anybody.
see, I'm the opposite. I'm like, yes, sir. No.
Nah.
that
Once
is like.
Good.
Oh, I was gonna say, it was like, just go buy a plot of land, put 2 tiny houses, and there you go.
There you go.
One your office and one your regular house.
Sarah once wanted to, we were watching that show Tiny House, and at first she was like, I think I want one of these, and then like she started watching the show and she's like, no I don't want one of these. Like some of those houses, like with 2 people, you're okay. That's not too bad. But like when it's
Right.
like a family of 4, and they're like, mom and
Yeah.
dad sleep above the kitchen, and then the kids' room is actually the dining room. You just got to fold the table down underneath the bed and then pull the bed up. And I'm like, this is awful. This sounds
Right.
terrible. So, yeah.
I mean,
don't
they
think I
they
could.
definitely make great. They definitely make great offices, though.
Yeah, no, I could see that. But yeah, no, I'm not in for a tiny house. The storage container houses, I could dig that, but not out here.
Yeah.
I think that could get ugly around here in the winter. Where I'm in Massachusetts, it all goes to Connecticut, even if it's going a few miles up the road in Massachusetts. It goes to Connecticut. Yeah, that's fun. That's like my package that was going to North Carolina and went to Raleigh, and then went to Detroit, and then went back to Raleigh. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
I had one that came here to LA, went to Hawaii, and then to Texas. No idea why.
Whoops.
Really?
That was a mistake. Somebody sorted that in the wrong pile, without a doubt. I can picture the guy in Hawaii like, whoops, put that one in the outgoing slot. It's a mess. Yeah. Whoopsie. Yeah. I'm surprised it made it back from Hawaii, to be honest with you. It's a mess. It all used to go to Baltimore. Now it's PA. That's interesting. Mark just finished up my monthly video on tracking eBay standard envelope stats. First time they had 100% on delivered scans. Wow. They're getting
That's
better.
awesome. Yes.
I love
Just
standard
wait till
envelope.
Christmas, though.
Yeah. Don't say that. Please don't say that.
No.
I don't. There's 2 reasons why I don't want to talk about that. 1, the nightmare that is Christmas, and 2, I'm not ready for it to get cold yet. Rather
Same.
enjoying the warm weather. Mine goes to Warrendale. Used to have a hub in Clarksburg 4 to 5 years ago. So no, Morgantown doesn't have a hub anymore.
Okay.
So there you go.
There you go.
All the stuff from here in the Panhandle goes directly up to near you. Yeah, okay. Panhandle, West Virginia is. See this little thing sticking up right here on the left? That's the Panhandle. So like that's the
okay.
picture of the state there, and then there's that little like thing sticking up.
Yeah.
That's the Panhandle. So Mountain State. I'm using your picture as a visual aid. I asked the convenience store lady, "Can I bring by any size item?" She says, "No, my store small." I tiptoed out and said, "Thank you." This sounds like something you need to be on. This needs to be on YouTube. Like, just
Yes.
has to be. This would be amazing.
Yeah.
My dad's ashes almost took a week to get here, which was supposed to be here in no more than 2 days.
2 days.
I had 2 different tracking numbers. Morgantown had him taking a nice trip, I guess. Well, it's nice to see Morgantown, I guess.
Yeah. It was weird because one of the tracking that said that he got lost. I was like, Jen, you need to call the post office because that's a body. I mean,
Yeah.
ashes are still a body, right?
It is,
So,
yeah. They have big stickers for that stuff, too.
and they
Those
drove.
immortal remain.
I forget where they. She'll probably answer it, but I think they had to go to Columbus and pick him up. I think that's where they ended up getting lost at. But they found him and brought him straight here. It was crazy. I was like,
Oh, that's an easy way to have Jen literally going postal. Huh. Did you guys see the Tesla houses? No. Is Elon making houses now? I gotta hear.
Tesla
Tell us
house?
more, Scott.
Right.
I prefer eBay and Mercari for the most part. I've heard some people mention Kidzen and Shopify.
Kitty.
I've never tried Etsy either.
It's Kitty's in.
Kitty's in.
I tried it. No sales at all for like 6 months.
Yeah. Shopify, I've heard good things about, but I heard it's all. I'm not sure. I've been looking at it. We are on Etsy. Etsy's good to a point. It just depends on what you're selling. Etsy's buyers are very specific. And also Etsy does charge every quarter for listings, 20 cents a listing. So Etsy's can be a little rough. But their shipping system is superior to most because they have a standard envelope, and their shipping system's pretty good. So
I know for Shopify, you have to drive your own traffic to the website, so it takes a lot of work.
yeah, that's what that's kind of what I heard too. But I do have a YouTube channel.
True.
I don't care about answering to people because they never ask me anything because they know I was working. I'm a very self-motivated person, so I work well in any environment. That's accurate. But I do like not answering to bosses. So Sarah blocked her boss and coworkers. That's true. She doesn't. Morgantown doesn't surprise me either. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, what do we got here? John, what's happening, buddy?
What
Stop
for?
it. We gotta straighten up now.
Hey.
This is all you get, bud.
It's a Monday, bud. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cold weather is the best now. I don't think so.
It is. It's the very best.
No, it's not. The average letter for a letter right now from my tracking is 4 days. Longest was 7 in New Mexico. Interesting.
Wow.
I hear Tesla's going to make phones and Apple's going to make cars. Yeah, heard both of those.
Mm-hmm.
I would buy a Tesla phone, I think. Jimmy, I got a few questions taken off my listing sentence. Yep, I bulk sold some stuff today to a local reseller. There you go.
Nice.
How many days did you get taken off?
Yep. I bet you it's probably 2. Then he's gonna go buy a bunch of stuff, and then he's gonna be right back where he started.
The lady drove her personal vehicle here to give them to me. I almost knocked her off the porch when I flung the door open. I can see that. This I can see.
Well, it was weird. I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something, and all of a sudden I hear, "He's here!" I'm like, "Who's here?" I'm like, "Wait out the window." I was like, "Oh, come on, man." Yeah, she spent like one whole day almost on the phone, man. It was crazy.
I believe it. That's
crazy.
just something they should never even come close to losing.
Yeah.
Like it just should never happen. So, hi Marketplace Boutique. Thanks for coming in.
Hello.
It was on a special on Elon, full small self-contained houses that basically unfold with a skid steer for $15,000. That was the price when they filmed it. Probably more now. Interesting.
Wow.
I don't know if I want a tiny house though. Can you put 2 together and make like one big house?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure you can.
John says you look a little sleepy there, Jimmy.
Yeah, just a little bit. We're getting through it.
Tesla phones are sat phones for under $1,000. Yeah, I won't want one of those. I got a box of postcards. The packing material was used styrofoam meat trays. You would see at the supermarket or chicken. Oh God.
Ew.
They smell like chicken.
They were used. Were they used for meat, Mark? Because that's disgusting. You're like, ew. These postcards smell.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hi, Angie. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Salmonella for the postcards. The birds lulling you to sleep. Yes. I was a dang mess for that week. Never felt so disappointed in the Postal Service. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty disappointing thing for the Postal Service to mess up. That's for sure. So, what's up, Gulf Coast? Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
Must lives in a larger version of one. Okay. So you can make a larger version. That's interesting.
Okay.
I would like to say that I unfolded my house yesterday. That would be fun. Like, what happened? I was just unfolding the house real quick with a skid steer. Be right with you. They were clean, but looked like a dog chewed on them.
That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some pretty good packing material, but that might take it, Mark.
I don't know. The grocery bag's still my favorite. Or the shopping bag.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Still awesome.
Oh, geez.
I mean, I guess looking back on it, though, we should just be happy he shipped it out. Because
I still can't believe he did. That's what's crazy.
Out of the 4 purchases she made from him, only 1 showed up. So, I guess you got to count your blessings, really.
Yeah.
So,
He probably got kicked out by now. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if he didn't get kicked out, he's just with the rest of the people that are just like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, has anyone tried to pull you off Poshmark to make a local deal? Yes. And when I tell them the same thing. Like I've had it happen on eBay. I've had it happen on
Yeah.
even Facebook Marketplace, where I only have shipping turned on. And I just say I don't do local pickup anymore. I've just, I don't know about you guys, but I've just been burned too many times on local pickups. Like someone's like, "Oh, I'll come pick it up Friday," and then they're like, "Oh, I can't make it," or they just ghost from there. So
Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yeah, I've been burned twice, but also two successful transactions over $100. But I just
Yeah.
don't like the inconvenience of going somewhere, giving it to them, and then going back. It's like, you know what? I'll just ship it when I want, and that's when you're gonna get it.
Yeah. I had a lady ask yesterday for Tupperware cups, like we have those little plastic Tupperware cups. And she was like, "Oh, I live near you. Can I just come and pick them up?" And I'm like, we don't do local pickup anymore." And she's like, "Oh, well, how much would it be to ship it?" I'm like, "Says right on the listing. I think it's $10." And she's like, "Oh, okay, never mind then." I'm like, "Okay." Like,
I get that a lot with Mercari local because they think it means meet up in person. Like, I'm not meeting up with nobody.
Somebody's gonna come pick it up and they're gonna bring it right to you. So that's it.
Exactly. So like, I'm never gonna see you, nor you're never gonna see me.
yeah.
And no, I'm not gonna meet up with you at all.
Yeah, we've done it for people we know. And then when we first started out, we did a couple of them, and both of them were nice enough people, but I don't know. It's just weird. Like, because you're sitting in the parking lot waiting, and you're like, this is going to go horrible. But at least with eBay, they've already paid for it. So at least, like, you know, with eBay, it's already been paid for. You know, they're probably gonna show up. Whereas, like, you know, if you just pull something off of Poshmark and tell them to meet somewhere, which I don't even know, would Poshmark even let you like talk about something like that?
No, I'm pretty sure they have automatic detections for that.
Yeah, JD, I don't even I think even if you start to set that up through Poshmark, I think, like, if you try to give out an email address or something like that, I think it will actually just block the whole message.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I think you mentioned that before, that if eBay thinks and they see through the messages that you made an offline transaction, they're going to charge you a final value fees on what you have it listed for, because they think that you did an offline transaction. So they're going to get their fees one way or another.
See, I've had it blocked before, because, like, we had a guy that was buying a lot of military memorabilia off of us, and Sarah wanted to send him like information on the background to some of that memorabilia, and she tried to give out an email address and it wouldn't let you. It blocks the message altogether. And then she tried, she snuck it in there somehow, but like it won't let you do any sort of correspondence, like asking for any sort of correspondence, which is funny because, like, you get that message all the time from the spammers where people are like, text me this, and we can make a deal or something, and you're like, no.
Right.
But it's because they do it in that way where the system can't detect it fast or automatically. So
Maybe.
an actual person has to see it. Because if they do it all spaced out or like with a bunch of things in the middle, but a normal person, they can see what it actually is. And the same with the email.
Yeah. Golf Coach just got editing on what sold to you. Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
They were good cards, so I sucked it up. Too many creepy people in the world. True.
Yeah.
I think Adam needs an 800 number and an answering service with all correspond. Yes, I agree. I think that would be great. Could you set that up for me, Mark? You used to work in the phone business.
Right.
1-800 Pittsburgh Picker. Actually, what they do is they start a message, train on a completely unrelated item. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do them. We don't do them at all, because we've just been burned too many times. And it seems like we've had people that reach out, and like at the beginning, it can go either way. So like, we've had people that will be like, "Hey, can you do local pickup?" And we're like, "Yeah, we'll do local pickup. We meet here." And this was before we just said no to it altogether. And then they would like make a terrible offer, and then they're like, "Well, since you're not paying for shipping, you can come down a little bit." And I'm like, "I'm not paying for shipping to begin with. Like you are."
Yeah.
So
You are. Yeah.
I still want to get what I want to get out of it. And like, it just got like, we got people that were like, we had one lady, we set it up and we were like, we're meeting at the Walmart near our house or whatever. And they were like, they were like, "Oh yeah, no problem." And then like the day of, they were like, "You know what? I live on the opposite side of town. Can you meet me halfway? And it's like, no, like you're picking it up from us. We don't need to drive it to you.
Bless
Like
you.
when this
Bless
starts
you.
costing us more money, that's when we stop this. So yeah, it just got to the point where it was like, it wasn't, I mean, I guess it all depends on the value of the item, but still. So thank you.
Have to get the tally out. One.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
How many sneezes before Sarah actually gets up and gets the allergy medicine that's sitting in the living room. Let's see. It's all done in the back, and they can catch all the little tricks that people do with the numbers. Yeah, I'm sure.
I think so.
Aren't they smart?
Right.
Red Dirt Picker says it's time for shots yet. I mean, if you want, go for it. I don't think we're gonna do any.
No.
Everybody will fall asleep. We're like,
Yep.
I probably would. I probably fall asleep right here on camera too. I was like, yeah,
That's right.
just bye.
viral video. The three of us just sleeping.
Yeah. It's
Did
so
the-
boring. They put their own selves to sleep. Okay. you can see
The
the
chat will be
headlines.
great. They'll be like, I think Adam has a little sleep apnea. I'm not sure.
Did the Macari outage affect anyone here?
Sort of.
Mhm.
Not like sales wise. I had something I had to ship last night after the live, and I couldn't get it done because the whatever was going on with Macari.
I know. I was still mad at their label, even though I couldn't get it to print. Stupid label.
Do you guys print your labels from your computer? I still do it the old way.
I
Fit on my
snip it.
phone though.
I snip it and send it through my thermal.
Yeah, how do you print your thermal from your phone?
Me?
No,
Uh-huh.
Ed.
Oh no, I
you
use my
print-
inkjet. The
Oh, you
one
don't
you see
use-
right there.
You don't use this thermal printer at all?
Not for Macari.
Oh no, I mean
I-
for like eBay and stuff.
Oh, for eBay and Poshmark and Facebook, I use my thermal. I have it down here. It's hooked
Yeah.
up.
No, he's saying he uses his printer for Macari.
Oh,
Yeah, for Macari because I print my labels from my phone, so I just download the PDF and I do it that way. Because I tried the way that you guys were doing it, the snip. I tried to do it and it just wasn't working for me. I'm like, forget. I'm just gonna use my inkjet over there.
I just snip it and turn it and
Yeah.
save it. And this is,
Yeah,
But you
that's what I
guys,
do too.
you guys have apples?
I haven't.
I don't.
Jim,
I have
you
HP. I mean,
You
the
gotta teach me
only
that then.
I just have it. I mean, I have the iPad there, but as far as I go with my apples.
Yeah.
I
No,
tried
there's
to
just-
do it that way. It just wasn't working for me.
There's a cutting tool that you can use on Windows, and then you have to change when you hit print. I think you have to make it fill the page on the label printer, and then it will just blow it up to the size of the label. So where there's where it says actual size, you blow it to scale to fit. And
Yeah.
once you hit scale to fit, it'll fill the label, the whole 4x6, and it'll print it out.
Yep.
Mine's a little different.
I got
Mine just automatically scales it to fit, and then I have mine is essentially a clipping tool, and it just takes it's a screenshot tool. It takes a section of the screenshot is all it is, and then it just pops it onto my desktop, and I print it. So
I gotta try that for the next one then.
there you go. See, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see here. Let's see. She's blaming it on the old paper. Makes her sneeze. I have old maps and I'm
What-
sneezing. That's true.
Were you guys still playing with the app after the live?
She was for a little while, yeah. But so we need something to light it, because what happens is that when you put like a negative on the phone, that you can see some like the pixels come through off of the background, like the iPad pixels from the back, or you can see them in the background of the picture. So we need some. So I ordered a light table, and that's coming, and then we're gonna try and. But there's some cool ones in there. I mean, it works for being able to view them, but being able to actually take them off and look at them in greater detail, it's pretty difficult. So
But that's still cool though.
it is. It was really cool. Yeah. Tell them your employee with the eagle on his truck will deliver it for a small fee. That's right. Blue eagle. It says USPS on the side. Jen says, "Bless you, Sarah." Just a little late. Well, she was probably on time. I just am behind in the chat. Macari fixed their labels. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to fix it.
Yeah.
Angie says, "I couldn't ship last night, but I got my shipping done this morning." Yeah, that's what happened to us too. That's awesome that you guys get free packing supplies through USPS. Yeah, I'm surprised Canada doesn't do it because the UK does. I think.
Yeah.
I think someone told me the UK does it too.
Try the website. I don't know.
It seems to. I mean, I don't know. To me, I feel like it's a really good marketing tool for them because, like, sometimes I pay more for shipping just because it's a flat rate.
Yeah.
Like, we have these lots of ephemera that are just like packs of like ephemera, and they fit in this priority, this crappy flat rate priority. But so what I do is I put them in here, and then I stuff it into the padded flat rate, and then I put do not bend stickers on it. But if I like, on some of them are like going to Ohio, it's actually cheaper for me to put it in a box and send it to Ohio than it would be for me to do a flat rate. It's $8.20 for a flat rate, and it's $7.90 just doing it regular priority. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of postal services should do stuff like that because it draws people towards it. So it's strange that Canada doesn't do it.
I mean, for me, if I ship some 2-pound shoes from where is it, right here in the West Coast to, I believe, certain parts of Colorado, it's actually cheaper than a padded flat rate. Yeah. But then, once you go past that, then a padded flat rate would be cheaper.
Ours is, I think I can get as far as like the eastern side of Illinois and down. But like Chicago is slightly more, like Wisconsin slightly more. Yeah. But like Minnesota is slightly more. So it's just, it seems like it's like the cutoff is like the eastern. Like I think if I ship to Mark, it's like a little bit extra than the east side of Illinois. I don't know. I tried to figure it out one day, and then I'm like, this is dumb.
Ship it to me, and then I'll pay the rest to Mark.
There you go. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I'll be the middleman.
The new wireless Rollo can print from mobile. Yeah, it can. I just don't want to invest the $200. Carrie's
plus
here.
Ours still works pretty good for.
Yeah. Carrie's here. What's up, Carrie? I print from my phone on my Rollo. Do you have a wireless Rollo, Carrie? Or do you have the original? And if you have the original, tell me how. Adam, that's what you do when you sell something, right?
That's true.
That may have to take a look into the new Rollo now. Uh-oh.
It's expensive.
$200. I print to my brother. What's that?
I think it's like $270.
My thermal's starting. It's getting close to where we're about ready to need a new one.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy one now, I think I'd buy the wireless. Because I think it's like $150 for the wired one, and it's $200 for the wireless. So you might as well buy the wireless. I mean, the upside to it is like you could potentially put your Rollo printer somewhere else, and then just sit on the couch and do all your shipping or something like that, and then print them all out and walk over and grab them. But
I mean, plus most of the desktops they make now, they have Bluetooth, so you could just do it from your desktop too, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. The Brother one's the other one. The Brother Thermal for my Android every day. Yeah, the Brother makes a wireless.
That's the square-looking one.
Yeah, the only problem with the Brother is though, if you're getting the big rolls from certain places, you can't use them because it's contained. You have to get the certain. The little guys like these. Taking that out of there, so everything's gonna fall down.
Yeah.
See you, JD. Enjoy working.
See you, JD.
Bye bye.
We were thinking about a Rollo as well, but it doesn't work with Chrome. Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, it does.
I thought it does.
That's what I print everything from Chrome.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are you talking about a Chromebook? If you're talking about a Chromebook, then it should still it won't work actually because it can't download the drivers.
Right.
Yeah. So it has to if it has to be a regular desktop, it can't be a Chromebook as far as I know.
That might be. It was sorcery, the app last night. The maps are telling you to come to Ohio and eat the volcano, Sarah. That's right.
Oh,
volcano!
I do want to try that when we get there. Margarita. Trying to get a sale, but no bites yet. That iPad was super expensive too. Yes, I know. But it will last for a while, I promise. Put the roll in the crapper and print and multitask there. I like it.
And sorry, Mark, I have no complaints this week. Nothing bad happened this week now that I can think about it.
No, the only thing that I complained about it yesterday with the lady that sent me an example of how to measure the boots.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was really the only.
See, I have to rewatch that because I was on with somebody else. So
Oh, well, let's talk about it. Sure.
yeah, so
There we go.
Well,
So this is the message I got. She's asking me to measure boots,
okay.
and she
Exact
sent me 4
instructions.
examples. Those are 4 pictures on how she wants them measured.
So you got the
And if you
notice, okay, yep.
This one right here,
Yep.
right there, would actually not help you at all. Oh, that's
Right.
good. That's awesome. Yeah, it would actually not help you at all because most soles are slightly wider than the inside of the shoe.
They are, especially boots. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was
and that
that was an instant ignore. It was just like I looked at it and I'm like, no, you're going to be a big problem later. I'm sure of it. Or I'm going to make all these measurements, take 4 pictures for you, and you're going to be like, yeah, sorry, they're too short, they're too small. And you're like, and somebody said it last night in the chat. It's like if your feet are that particular, where you need to ask somebody to measure that specifically, 4 different pictures, you shouldn't be buying shoes online. Or if you want to buy shoes online, go into the store, try them on, figure out, which ones you want. Find them, go try them on, and then buy them online. Like, but
I think it was Sarah that actually said that.
yeah, and a few people in the chat said it too. It's just if you're, I think, I think Tommy Bernard said it too. Like if you're, if your feet are that crazy, you shouldn't be buying them online. Period.
Yeah, you just need to go to a bootery and just get your foot measured and get your boots made right there.
Right. But I mean, like when I bought those Jordans off you, I've had Jordans before. Like I absolutely 100% knew those were going to fit my feet. Like I would not have bought them off you if I didn't. But like if you were selling a pair of Pumas or something like that, those can go either way with me. I'm serious. Like the ones that are like Chucks, like those types of shoes, those actually will fit my feet. But the ones that are like soccer style shoes where they're kind of like, the upper's kind of leather and the sole's real thin, those kind of Pumas, those do not fit my feet at all. Like they're way too tight on my feet. So like I know that because I have slightly wide feet, but not wide enough to take a wide size. So, but I would never be like, hey, can you measure this 16 times and send me 12 pictures? And, while you're at it, send me a picture of your cat. Or, it's just...
Yeah, and that's why I ignore those. And I get a lot of those on Poshmark recently. Not on eBay. On Poshmark. Yeah. And then they're in the comments, so they see when I don't even reply.
We tamped it down by like with shirts and pants and stuff by just putting a ruler next to it on one of the pictures, and that kind of tamped it down a little bit. But we don't do it with shoes because we just don't. We don't have that many shoes to begin with, so it's not like it's really going to be a problem. But I don't know. I feel like if you really wanted to get rid of that problem or get rid of it for the most part, just set them next to a ruler and take a picture, and then at least you might get a little less of those comments. But I don't understand, like with shoes lengthwise, if they're size 12, they're 12 inches from end to end. Right?
Well, see, it's different though, because so I have a pair of Hokas. Those are 12 and a half, I believe, or 12 and a half. And then I have a pair of Allbirds. Those are 11 and a half. Both of them fit me the same. So it's just random. Every model is different. Some of them fit true to size. Some of them fit too small. Some of them fit big. I tried a pair of On Clouds, and I got a pair size 12, and those were too big for me. I had to go down to an 11. So it's completely random.
Yeah, well, maybe not then.
And that's why if you're buying online, they know exactly what they're buying because they've, like you said, they've had them before, so they know exactly what their size is.
Yeah,
those who ask those questions, they've never bought online, in my opinion.
Or they buy online all the time and they won't buy unless somebody does what they asked to do, and it's perfect. So I don't know. I would never do it. It's too much work. So, Hi, Shorty. Thanks for coming in. Our guest on Thursday. Right there.
Hey, Shorty.
I do not
Can I
want
have that Bucky toe?
Does she have a Bucky toe?
Oh, I don't know. I was talking about Sarah if she's gonna be having it around her the whole time.
The blanket. It's a blanket. She
Oh
uses
yeah,
it
the
every
blanket.
day. Yeah, she uses it every day. I do not want the ruler. Will you take some off the price? That's right. Has anyone ever found legit Nikes that don't return a match from the model number on the tag?
Yeah, I found them.
That's an Ed question if I ever heard it, because I've never I've never had that happen.
Yeah, so you find those. There's none listed. There's none sold, and of course you see none of them similar. Then my next step is to use Google Lens, and then if nothing pops up, I just put the actual style number on Google itself, and then boom, it actually pops up. And then after that, I put the exact name on eBay, and then all of a sudden you get all these results. Because some people they don't put the actual style code, so you're not gonna find it if you just search Nike style code, whatever the number is. They actually put Nike and then the whole model and everything. They never even mention the style code also. It's not gonna come up as a result for you.
Yeah.
But I've had it, and I think there was only one instance where I couldn't find it like at all anywhere, and I just donated them because I'm not gonna take a risk.
Yeah. Well, there's most shoes have like a little barcode on them too, and I'm wondering why like we can't use those barcodes to look things up, because that would make
same reason
so much easier.
So when I actually list my Nike, my Brooks, and I believe it's only those two, Nikes and Brooks, that I can remember at the moment, they have a barcode. So even if you scan it, it's not going to come up as a result, because a lot of shoe resellers, they don't even bother putting that UPC code at all. So even though it's there, the result's not going to come up if you scan it or just put the code itself.
That UPC code that's on there, though, that is a style that's dedicated to the style, though. So like that UPC code isn't. That's my question: is what is that UPC code? Because if it's dedicated to the style, then it makes sense. If it's just a random UPC code that they put on all of them, that wouldn't work out very well.
I'm gonna guess it's just for that particular model for that year, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, that's what I would guess. I have no idea. But for my Nike and Brooks, I put them if I could see them, because you never know. Maybe people do search it up in that way. And then, of course, Brooks, they have their own style number on the top, and so do Nikes.
Yeah, well, it would make reselling a lot easier, because then you can just scan that code and be like, oh, hey, there's the shoes.
Exactly. But, not everybody's going to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, she sleeps with that blanket every night. Took it to Jersey. The style code doesn't return anything on Google.
I wouldn't risk it then.
Yeah, I don't think I'd risk it either. Or try Google Lens next.
Yeah. And your next option, if you want to spend money, try check and see what they come up with. And if they say it's fake, then at least you know it's fake.
Yeah. Try Google Lens next. It's an app that basically does a Google search from the image. And then if that doesn't work, you can use
donate them.
Or donate them. UPCs are product codes. That's true. I found a pair of 2016 Boston Marathon Zoom streaks. Lots that look legit in every way that I checked, but the style code comes up with nothing.
Are those the ones that they banned in marathons? You know what I'm talking about, right, Jimmy?
A little bit, yeah.
They actually banned a certain pair of Nikes from marathons because it gave runners an edge.
No kidding.
Well, I think just for that race, for the
for any marathon.
Oh,
yeah, it was a certain. I forgot what it is, but if you find them, they're worth a lot of money right now. I think like $200, $300, even up to $400.
Well, it's probably.
But you have to find. But yeah, so I don't know. It might be those actually. It might be the banned Nikes, and they're worth money.
Yeah, if they're the banned marathon Nikes, Scott, you've got some money.
Mm-hmm.
Those are Zoom Fly, the banned ones, I guess.
Okay.
Interesting.
You never know.
I've never heard of any of these because I don't ever find shoes that are worth it. Very seldom.
I mean, I want to show you guys if you guys know what this is. I was actually surprised how much it's worth because I've never seen them before.
No.
I can find them.
Those ones look like golf shoes.
I'm gonna make you big. What is that?
Oh, okay.
They're
Certain pair of
Jordans?
Jordans.
Are they customed, or are they supposed to be like
No,
that?
they're supposed to be like that. They're not custom at all.
Huh. Never seen them. What are they?
They are the well, I don't know what year. Well, let me see actually. If it's any indication, these are the 2017 Chinese New Year Jordans.
Okay.
Ooh. What are those?
And I looked them around $200.
Wow.
And those are a 7Y, which of course translates to an 8.5 women's.
Oh, they're 7s. Man, if they were 12s or 13s.
I know you would.
Right.
Oh no, I wouldn't be buying them. That's not my style at all. But
Oh.
no, I'm just saying for like a common size, they'd go. Well, they're gonna go fast anyways because they're collector items. So
I think
Yeah,
so.
well, of course I'm gonna put them for as a women's shoes, not a kid's. But that's why I picked them up because they were a big kid size, which that's what I always do. I don't pick up anything under 4Y and under, I believe, because 5Y and above they could be put as women's shoes,
So when
or is
we
it 6Y?
a while back, remember when we went to an auction that had a bunch of like Nike, like a bunch of Jordans, and we got bid up on all of them. So one of them was a Chinese New Year Golden State Warriors limited edition, and the box was like this big, and it had 3 drawers in it because you could change out the insole, or not the insole, but like it was almost like it had like a sock in it. Like the exterior of the shoe was kind of a shell, and then there was like this insole / sock thing that you put in it. You could change it out to be either gold, blue, or white, just based on the Warriors colors. And those with the box were retailing for like, I don't know, like $800 or something insane. So I think it was Year of the Tiger, and it was also a Golden State Warriors thing, and they were stupid money. They went for over $1,000 at the auction.
I was gonna say, was that the day that 2 people were outbidding each other?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they went for over $1,000, and they're just playing the futures is all they were doing.
Yeah.
They were going to put it on Grailed and hope somebody wanted to pay $1,500 for these things or something like that. That's what they were going to do. But yeah, we went back to that auction over the weekend, and that's where we got all those pictures and the porn. So,
I don't
still
know.
funny. It's so.
Well, were those the only good things you were able to get?
That's all we wanted. We got. Well, we didn't want the wrestling magazines when we got there, but they didn't go for. I mean, they didn't go for that much money, and Jimmy almost got a Ronald McDonald watch because nobody was bidding on it. So they had a lot. They had a lot of watches, and then they had this Ronald McDonald like crappy Casio watch still sealed, and it had like the creepiest picture of Ronald McDonald on it. And like he brought it up, and like he starts at 10, and it went to 5, and I'm like, nobody's been, and then it went to 2, and I'm like, like I'll take 12 watches for $2, no problem. And then it went from 2 to 3 to 3 to 5, 10, 12, and it went all the way up to like $25, $30, and I'm like, but normally when it goes down to 2, it doesn't go very high. Normally it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it just tops out around like 8 or 10. Yeah. But it just, I was like, oh man, if these go low, Jimmy's getting a not. I mean, it didn't work because it's been sitting in that package since like the early '80s. But it was the creepy. On top of it being like the creepiest picture of Ronald McDonald, it was those novelty watches they used to give away that literally just had the time, like in that tiny little box, and that's what it was. So it was like a plastic watch with like a plastic band, and it had the creepy picture of Ronald McDonald, and on top of that, the plastic on it looked like it'd been sitting in a smoking bar for like 20 years because it was like yellow. So, but I'm like, he's gonna love it just because of the creepy Ronald McDonald on the front.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I know that postcard you guys sent me, man. That Hamburglar is freaky, man. It's like, man, no wonder they changed it, man. That had to be scaring kids, man.
Yeah. There was when we were kids, there was a lot of creepy stuff that was like think about Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
Every part of Pee-wee's Playhouse was just creepy. Like there's a chair that hugs you. Like there's even the movie. I'll never forget that movie. Large Marge scared the crap out of me in that movie. Like, even to this day, when I watch that part, I'm still like a little. So, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the movie, but yeah, there were a lot of weird stuff in that.
I mean, the movies. It's Pee-wee's Playhouse, but outside. You know, someone steals his bike and he has to go get it back. But,
Right.
I don't know. It's Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I think it's funny now. Now that I'm
It is
older,
funny.
I understood it. You know.
Yeah, it is funny. I mean, it definitely is funny. I don't know, but I feel like if you were an adult watching it for the first time, you'd be like, "What is going on?" So, but yeah, like there was a lot of stuff that was just really creepy when we were kids, like super creepy. It's amazing we got through it. Marketplace boutiques like your shoes. What's the coolest thing you've ever thrifted? Digging deep on that one, Mountain State.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow.
Coolest thing, like money wise, or like just cool in general. I think I know Jimmy's answer, but go ahead.
What's that?
I think it's that shirt right next to you.
Oh, that.
No, not that. That's cool. The Dale shirt.
Yeah, those are cool. But yeah, I just picked that up at a garage sale for $1.
That thing's awesome.
But I don't know.
I don't know either. It's just so much stuff that I can't. I don't know.
Because I mean, generally, what I think is cool, other people don't. So that's the thing.
We
can come back to it.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, we got to think about that one.
You can start. We can come back to it or something. Yeah.
They are so disturbing. Those the magazines are so disturbing. I'm gonna send you guys a picture of the cover of this one magazine. It's priceless.
I'm not gonna get in trouble, right?
No, just whenever you don't show it to your kids. Like it's nothing that bad, but just don't be around your children whenever you open it. I mean, some of the other stuff that I'm not gonna send you is that bad, but this one thing you just have to see it to believe it. It's ridiculous. It's nothing that you wouldn't see in a PG-13 movie, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim Burton stuff was really, really creepy. Just cool in general. Let me think about it. Didn't Pee-wee get arrested for being a pedo? No. He got arrested for exposing himself, which I don't think...
I mean, technically, wouldn't that be considered... How far was the movie theater?
No, it was an adult movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, before...
Back in time.
Before the invention of the internet.
Yeah,
you
back
had
in
to
time.
go somewhere to watch adult films. And that's what happened.
They had a lot of those in Hollywood when I was a kid.
They did. Yeah, they had a lot of them in San Francisco, too. Lots of them. Airwolf die-cast helicopter is Mark's favorite thing. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
But the chat can answer this because we're still thinking on it because I'm not sure. Pee-wee movie theater. Yeah. But he's back. He's back playing Pee-wee again. Didn't he do like a Broadway show of Pee-wee's Playhouse or something?
Yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
He did a Broadway show of Pee-wee's Playhouse, and it was on HBO Max or something like that. And it was kind of not really. It was more adult oriented than it was kid oriented. It was kind of a nostalgia thing. It was funny, I mean, but it was still the same general idea with with Cherry and the mailman guy and like all the weird people that showed up. Husband just looked it up. He was arrested for child porn in November 18, 2002.
There you go.
Yeah. Showbiz Pizza Place was the worst. It was so scary. Those puppets. I never. Oh, the pizza place. It's like Chuck E. Cheese. It had the the mechanical animals singing.
Yeah.
Like they were. Yeah,
All right.
Those
things scared me.
Those are super creepy.
Yeah.
And
that kind of stuff, man. Like, how did we get through the 80s without being just terrified everywhere we went with like mechanical mouse singing at Chuck E. Cheese?
Our parents forced us to be there.
Yeah, and they thought it was adorable that we were really scared.
And they were still taking pictures too. It's like, look at him, he's scared.
Yeah, original Kings Island was, in the 80s and 90s was freaky. Seeing their mascots out there, it's like, what is that?
What were their mascots?
Depend who owned them. I mean, oh man, I forget who owned them before Paramount, and then now Cedar Point owns them. So it's
Okay. Kennywood out here, our little amusement park, has never had like a sponsor of any sort, so it's never had a theme. So like, we don't really. There's like a dog and a bunny and stuff, like just general mascots walking around, and then the only thing that that always stuck out to me was the clowns on the top of the garbage cans. Like it was a clown with his mouth open, and you throw the trash in the clown's mouth. If you've ever seen the movie Adventureland, the clown, somebody goes to throw something away and it hits the clown in the nose, and he just keeps walking. And the guy's like, "Put it in the clown's mouth." But yeah, they're still there, but there's nothing super terrifying. Well, so there's this ride that we used to go on when we were kids called Noah's Ark, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's like, it's not religious, but it's Noah's Ark with all the animals, and you walk in and it's dark. Like you walk through a whale's mouth, and the whale's mouth, like the tongue is squishy when you walk in, and then you know, it's like a fun house essentially, but it's super dark and it stinks. So it smells like old diapers and like mold.
It's disgusting. I don't gotta go there to smell that.
No. Every time I went to a movie by myself, I hear Pee-wee's voice in my head. What's up, Not So Shorty Resells? Thanks for coming in. Mine was an old Transformer from the original 80s, a Prime. Hadn't seen it. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool.
I mean, I guess the only cool thing I found that I can think of at this moment is the Vans koi fish shoes that were apparently extremely rare, and I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I mean, those sold for $220.
When we first started in this business, we went into a thrift store down near Sarah's mom's house, and we walked in, and in the case was Grand Theft Auto 1 for PlayStation. And not the re-release, the PlayStation Greatest Hits with the green case. It was the original one. It had a hype sticker on it for a free pager if you signed up. Like, that's how old this thing was, and it was still sealed. And we bought it for $5 and sold it for $180. So that pickup in general, like, it was like what Jimmy always talks about when he bought the hats, where he was having trouble containing himself. That was me. Like, I was like, how much do you want for Grand Theft Auto? Thinking she's gonna say like $50.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, all the video games are $5, and I'm like,
yeah, it's like,
like a cartoon hitting myself in the head with the mallet.
Can you imagine if you would have held on to it now?
Oh, it would have been worth so much more. There was a flaw though in the wrapping. There was a little, like, almost like it got stuck to something, and a little bit of it just pulled up, so there was a slight little slice in it. And
I think it'd been okay though.
We were asking $200 for it. The guy was like, "Would you take $180 because it's got a cut in it?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
We paid $5.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna take a hit on it. Jeez.
I remember that place. I got nightmares when it went to Showbiz. Showbiz, scary. I don't know what your parents took us there. Sarah loves that movie apparently, because Chuck E. Cheese was more expensive. Sarah, was it? We didn't have Showbiz. There wasn't Showbiz in California.
No,
from what I remember.
No, it was only Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Did your Chuck E. Cheese have that mouse wall in it, where like you basically like you went in and like you almost like worked your way up the mouse wall? Like it was like a carpeted wall, and it was basically like a tunnel, a giant tunnel that went all the way through the wall, and there was little like windows on the outside of the wall, and like all the kids just crawled around in there, and it was disgusting in there also, and dark.
Also, the little playground.
It was it was part of the playground, but it was literally just the wall, and it was like a tunnel. And like you could go in and climb up the wall and look out over into your parents and stuff. It wasn't like there wasn't a slide or anything. It was literally just this wall.
We might have. I just don't remember it. I would always get too scared getting lost in there, so I would cry.
That's exactly what happened.
Because you wouldn't know your way out, and you would just start crying.
Yep.
I think they they took ours out because people were
Oh, they
getting
took them
stuck.
all out.
Yeah, I think because people were getting stuck, I believe.
People were getting stuck, and
Yeah,
the problem was is that if you started crying, your parents were not small enough to come in and get you, so they'd have to send the second another kid in to come and get you.
Right.
And normally, the way that looked is his older brother's dragging younger brother out by the hair
Yeah.
or something like that. It was
You're so embarrassing.
Yeah. Shut up! Get out here! We want to have pizza. Bad pizza.
What's the matter with you? Why are you crying now?
Classics, carnival smells and thrills. That's right. Rosie looked it up. Kennywood is owned by Palace Entertainment. They are like Six Flags of local parks. Yeah,
Okay.
but they don't have any well-named mascots behind them. I know that. Because like our prizes are like, that kind of looks like Bugs Bunny, but it's not Bugs Bunny. So, sounds neat, koi fish.
Yeah.
Pager, yeah, it did have a pager. It was the side view pager too, not the top view.
That's fancy. Yeah, that is
I've
fancy.
never had a pager.
You were a baller if you had the side view pager.
Absolutely.
The side viewed pager was a lie, because you looked at the side viewed pager at the store, and what you thought you were gonna get was like text messages where someone could be like, "Hey, meet me at the mall at 6:30," and that wasn't true. What you actually got was just the number of the person calling you bigger and on the side of the device, and that was it.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. So, showbiz is ghetto. I got stuck. Sarah got stuck in the mouse wall. So,
Hey,
I was never getting in the mouse wall. I mean, I remember it, but they tore it out pretty quick.
Sarah,
hey
then
guys,
yeah.
I if you guys find some sidekicks, pick them up. I just looked it up because I was curious.
The phone?
Yeah. Is that what how much are they selling for?
Upwards up to 200.
Gone, man. I bet you I just
That's how much they were brand new.
Sales. Right? I bet you I just
Brand
missed
new, probably like $70.
No, they were $200. Oh, I know, because I wanted one of those so bad.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted one of those so bad. Because you can go, and your screen would pop up.
Yep.
That was the coolest thing. You were a cool kid and a rich kid if you had one of those. And I didn't have one.
I was just looking at it as a goof, but I'm like, oh dang, they're really worth all that much.
I believe it. They didn't sell a lot of them. I mean, they weren't around for very long because they came in at the tail end of like non-smartphones, and they were one of the they were around the Palm Pilot days, and iPhone killed it when it came out. So they weren't around. They couldn't have sold that many of them, and they were expensive. I mean, because they never the cell phone companies never subsidized them. So like you could get a like one of those clamshell fold in half phones with the keyboard on them for like $50, or you could get a Sidekick for $250. Like, so
And it was
probably
only
didn't sell a lot.
T-Mobile.
And it was only T-Mobile. Yeah. So, I don't remember that tunnel in Chuck E. Cheese. Just a playground with was where the dirty diapers were. Hi, Swamp Picker. Thanks.
Hey,
Glenn, what's going on,
Sarah puked her pizza up in her dad's Cadillac. It was a 75 Cooperville.
I'm sure he was very excited.
Yes, Kennywood did used to have the weird Garfield ride. Yes, which was also very creepy. Like you get 3 words, then the number of the part of the sentence can remember those. Yeah, that's right. And then we found ways to communicate with numbers with pagers. Always had the ways to communicate.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you what numbers we used to communicate because it was a little dirty.
Our top of the line were the Boost Mobiles. You hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Wait, was that Boost Mobile? You hear me now?
Nextels, wasn't it? Was it Nextels?
Right.
Yeah.
Because they had pagers on them.
I think Boost Mobile and Nextel you could do both. You could use their walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah, Nextel was and then they merged with Sprint.
And then you would get in trouble in school because they would just call you out of nowhere.
Yep. Well, that was the problem with those is that you couldn't really shut that off. And someone's like, hey Ed, are you there? And you're like, yeah, we didn't cell phones. I don't think very many people in my high school had a cell phone. maybe towards my senior year, some people had them, but they
probably
weren't
had
really.
You probably had the Zach one, didn't you? Like, hey,
No, the first one I remember. So the first one I remember was my uncle had the bag phone. Do you remember that? So it was like a purse. It was basically a portable car phone. So
oh yeah,
like the car
Oh,
phone that
those,
was-
yeah.
yeah. So the car phone that had the numbers on the exterior of the phone.
right.
It was that, but in a bag, and so you could. But the bag was like this big. Like, and like this thick. So it was the same. It was like a piece of luggage, and you could plug it into your car and leave it sit on your center console or whatever. And then if you got a phone call, you could answer it. But then you could unplug it from the car, zip the bag phone up, throw it over your shoulder, and lug it into the house if you wanted to. But it didn't have a battery. It couldn't operate independently of the car. Like there was no. You had to either have it plugged into the car or it was off. Like that was it. And then the first phone I remember my mother having was the one where it was like green or orange letters or orange numbers on the top, and it wasn't a flip phone, but the bottom part folded. Like so, if this is the phone, you would go meh, to answer it, like half of it unfolded and the keypads around it. But yeah, you were right. You had to use your teeth to pull the antenna up.
They're being ridiculous. Snap.
That's right.
I know for me, the popular kids, they had the sidekicks because, they were popular.
Yep.
Right.
They wanted them, and they just, the status and thing. And then most of us, we had razors.
That's what I had. I
had
love
a
my
Razor,
razor.
yeah.
I love my razor, man.
Yeah, best phone I ever owned. Hands down. Well,
Yeah.
no, best phone I ever owned was an iPhone 3G. Or no, iPhone 4. iPhone 4 was the best phone they ever made.
Yeah, which
But-
one was the junky one? Was it the 4S? Was that the one that was kind of where they
No.
brought out the 5 quick?
The 3GS was garbage.
3GS. Okay.
That
Okay.
was
Then
the
four-
first 3G.
4 replaced
and
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 3GS
Yeah,
was terrible.
That was my first one because that's the reason why I got with T-Mobile, because you could hack those things so easily that you could get everything, and T-Mobile was the only service that would let you give you a phone line with it.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I hated iPhones after that.
Yeah, that was probably the Razor would probably be my second favorite because that thing you could chuck that thing down the street and it would still work.
And the battery would last
put
3
hers
days.
in a cup of water by accident, and it pulled it out, shut it off, turned it back on, worked just fine.
Yeah.
So, the number and part of a sentence I can remember those. I had 3 pagers on my belt when I was in the field. One for service requests, one for Major's account, and one for my boss. Required a separate one for him to page.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
Mark's up now.
That's some micromanaging stuff if I ever heard it. He was too stupid to know how you can page the other ones. Okay, that makes sense. Multiple pager Morse code. Yeah. The bag phone, big bag phone. I took a telephone headset and unplugged it, and then the cord in my console, and it looked like I was talking on the phone. There you go. You had a big antenna, on the roof. Remember the curly antennas? Everybody knew you had a car phone because you had that stupid antenna on the back of your car.
Yep.
I remember Verizon. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, weren't Mercedes the only ones that could have it like that though?
Yeah,
No,
BMWs too. I think
They could all have the antenna.
Yeah.
Because Verizon on the Verizon store near our old house used to have 2 garage bays to install car phones, and they would install the car phones in the car. Can you imagine? You're like, I got to make a phone call. I got to run out to my car.
They were so staticky too, man. It was funny.
Yeah.
Or you go underneath the tunnel like. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Had to speed up.
You're like, hey Jimmy, how's it going?
Yeah. Can you guys hear that? No.
Can you go somewhere else? That was me. When you get better service, call me back. I can't handle this. Bag phone. Yeah, it did have a big antenna that came out of it. You had to. Didn't have the pleasure of showbiz. First I ever heard of it. Sounds creeptastic. Mine was a BlackBerry. First, BlackBerries were good phones.
They were okay until the ball fell out on them, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had them at work, man. They were cool on emails, man. Remember when you first got an email? You're like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah. Then you tried to surf the web on it, and you were like, "This is garbage."
Yeah, it was.
It was awful. Because if it was a website that wouldn't fit on their screen,
Yeah.
you had to use that ball, and there was a little mouse pointer on
Yep.
it, and you could barely see that thing. You were like, "Where's the point?" Oh, okay. I remember many times in airports, I'm like,
Were they the first ones for the lighted keys?
"No,
No.
no, a bunch of them." Sidekick, I think, had lighted keys.
Yes, Sidekick, and then of course
They were the best keyboard around that time because the Palm Pilot keyboard wasn't nearly as good. All the cell phone keyboards were flat, like you kind of had to get like the tips of your fingers in it. Where BlackBerry had like that curve to it.
Yeah,
and it was the best key. Like I was faster on my BlackBerry keyboard than I was on a real keyboard.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did you guys memorize all the letters? Like how many times you had to press each number to be able to do it all quick?
The BlackBerry had the big keyboard.
Yeah, it was just a keyboard.
Right,
yeah. But if you're
My
talking
Razor,
about, like,
I did.
Yeah,
My Razor,
the Razor.
I could. Yeah, I couldn't even look at it in text.
I could type things like "I'll meet you there" without even looking at it.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Or my mom's favorite, K.
Okay, yeah.
I just paid $5 for K. Are you kidding me? Spell it out.
Or when,
So
for me, I thought I was being smart that I would just make just one sentence thinking that it would just be 5 cents. Like, no, they knew it was like 20 cents per message.
So I had Sprint back in the day, and Sprint, I don't know if you remember this, but Sprint did not go all in on text messages like everybody else did.
They didn't. Yeah.
Sprint called it like medium something mail, and you actually like, so if somebody texted most people, it would come like you'd flip your phone open, you'd be able to read the text message. Not with Sprint would say you got a new whatever message they called it. I think it was like express mail or fast mail or some dumb thing, and you'd have to hit the button. It would the little world would come up, and it would connect to the internet, go to a little browser, and then it would go, and then it would show you your text message. So anybody texting me the word K or the letter K irritated the crap out of me, because I'd get a notification, I'd connect, it would take like 3 minutes, and then I'd see K, and I'm like, it's 3 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
And then I knew I was in trouble because we had Sprint.
Yeah.
my mom would have the bill. She'd be like, "Look at all these text." Like it had all my text messages what I was saying to people. I was like,
"Yeah, that was not cool."
One time I said my mom, peed me off, but actually said the bad word. Oh man, she's like, "Give me your phone." And
that was not cool.
Took one of my razors and went. I was like,
and
"No,
who's Sarah, and why are you talking her to her so much?"
Look at this. Look at this.
My first one ended up being a $90 text message bill because I thought I was being smart with that one sentence thing. And I think back in the day I had a singular. So
singular. Oh God, I remember this. Shorty says she loved her pink Razor, missed that phone. Oh, my mom had one of those Nokia brick phones for the longest time. Yeah. Just borrowed my husband's phone for a pic and broke it. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Whoopsies.
Bag phone came with a big antenna. Mine didn't. It was absurd. The ball fell out. I loved mine though. Little keyboard, tiny little keyboard.
Yep.
Mine lit up blue. Yeah, some of them did. Oh gosh, the Palm Pilot stylus. What a pain. Yeah, that was awful. Pay for word, right? Yeah, no.
Right.
I did the Sprint account. They were always trying to innovate so someone would buy them. Yeah, I could see that. Worked out on phone bills. Yeah. Yep. Oh man, the early days. Remember the minutes, like the weekend free minutes and stuff, or like after 5. Someone would call you at like 4 o'clock. You're like, I'll call you back in an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and who did the first minute free? Somebody did the first minute free.
Sure, like
I think
Sprint again.
It might have been Sprint, but I'll
Maybe
never forget my buddy had it, and he'd be like, "Hey, meet me here. I'll call you later." Like real quick, and then like if it was like 4 o'clock, he'd be like, "Hey, I'll call you back at 5."
Yep. Because soon as the phone ring, like I said, my bedroom was upstairs. I'd always hear my mom and echoing through the. I'm like, I know, Mom. Jeez, it's like,
Tell him to call back after 5.
and I mean it.
Oh, jeez.
See, I'm old enough. I'm old enough to see. When I was a teenager, I had my own phone line in my. Well, no, I'm sorry. I had my own ring in the house, but I did have a phone number where people could get a hold of just me. But it wasn't just me. It would ring differently in the house. So the regular ring, and then my ring was ring, 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 ring.
See,
ring,
you're
ring.
gonna get Sarah calling you the spoiled rich boy again.
Rich kid. Yeah. Yeah.
Gee, Merry Christmas.
I didn't
Got
have
her with a thirsty bag. You're the spoiled rich boy.
Rich kid vibes. That's what everybody's saying.
I'm joking.
So, yes, you talk all weekend. That's right.
Yeah, I ended up getting a second phone line because really it wasn't that much difference.
No.
Actually, I think it was cheaper than, always kicking off my mom on AOL.
Well, that was the thing is that with the ring, like the different rings, we only had one phone line, so that would happen frequently.
Yeah,
is you'd be sitting there online and you'd hear your mom in the computer. Hello, what's that? Mom, goodbye. You're like,
come on, I'm trying to play Warcraft.
Yeah, if I was in the middle of the game, chat room with my friends. Oh, jeez. Those were the good days. Sort of.
No, weren't they? Hi, Bearded PokeTuber. You came in right at our... We're talking about... We're not talking about resale.
we're reminiscing of the past.
Yeah, we're talking about old cell phones. But we did find out that sidekicks are actually a bolo. Remember the alternative?
And I passed by so many of them. One person had 4 of them.
That's what I'm thinking in my head. I was like, I know I passed.
I've never seen them.
I know we passed one. Dang it.
And even just for parts, they're selling for $50 plus shipping.
Man,
who would want one of those?
I don't know.
90s kids who have the money now to just have fun with no kids and they can do whatever they want. I mean, program it more than likely.
You can't flip that screen up too many times because you know what happens to them.
Right. That's what I was saying.
So what happened to them? That joint would break after a while, and then you'd get an aggressive flip, and there it goes.
Right.
$200. No.
That's probably their. It's like, I just need to work one day. I'm good.
Oh, I forgot about this. I was glad
Star
when Star
69.
69 came out. You knew who was hanging up on you.
Oh,
I remember that.
The best was Star 67 because you could block that phone number and prank call.
Yeah. Yep, you certainly can. Yeah, the Star 6. I forgot about that. And then whenever remember the first caller ID little boxes they used to send out? They were like this big, and you'd set it on your living room, and then you only had one in the house. So when the phone would ring, everybody would run to the kitchen or whatever and be like, it's just an advertisement.
Dang it.
I don't think we ever had that.
Never did.
Never had
the big red light on it, man. You're like, man, it's gone.
No, we never had that actually.
Yeah.
I was too poor.
Caller ID on the phones, and then the cordless phone, that big AT&T gray cordless phone with the big antenna on the top of it. It always broke. Remember that thing?
I remember when I was happy just to get a camera phone because that was the brand new thing that was coming out on all the flip phones with a camera. Yeah. But the quality sucked, but I was just happy that I got one.
Yeah. And you were like, and the picture was like, you can't tell, but that's Adam right there.
It's so pixelated.
Yeah, it's like,
was he moving? No.
I remember when they went to video on those things, and it was just the worst kind of video. The video was just so bad.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they were bad. Let's see. Mom, give me some Cheetos. My first video game console was a Coleco. Saxon was the bomb. I never had one of those. My first console was a Sega Master System.
Mine was a Dreamcast.
Wow.
But the NES.
Yes. I had to be different, and then I ended up getting an NES about 2 years after the Master System because they stopped supporting it. You'd run to see if you wanted to answer it. Yep. Love the party lines. I'm super noisy. I never had a party line. Star 69 was around for years before they let the public have it. Nuclear plants were required to have caller ID for years before. Interesting.
Makes sense.
Why did they keep this from us? We need these types of things. Stupid pictures.
Yeah.
The big antenna with the duct tape on the AT&T phone. That's right. That cordless phone, that thing would break all the time and you'd have to tape it back together. And then you couldn't put it down anymore. I remember that thing. That thing was a brick. You could thwart off an intruder with that thing. You throw it at him.
Right.
But
good times, good times.
Oh man, that thing was awesome. I wonder if those are some cordless phones actually resell really well. Some of the ones that are like, like the ones that have like the main one, and then they have like 2 or 3 other ones. If they're new in a box, people actually buy them. And I think they get, a lot of the times they go to like people that don't have like, like live out in the middle of nowhere and don't have really good cell service or anything like that, or really good access to really fast Wi-Fi either. So,
and that's what I was going to ask. Do people really have any more landlines nowadays, other than the people who need them?
Yeah. Out in the sticks, like where you can't get real good cell service, people do. Mainly because you normally don't have real good internet service either. So, not that they have dial-up, but they have what would be equivalent to like DSL.
Yeah.
So it's not really fast enough.
It's bad.
Or you get the Dish Network crap where it's the satellite dish, which is not good either. It has its download speeds are pretty fast. Its upload speeds are atrocious. So, yeah. But I guess Elon's working on that too with Starlink. So, Ed gets the E-list video game system, but doesn't know ZZ Top.
Wow.
Wait, what?
You got the video games. The Dreamcast was the dream for many kids.
Yeah,
because it was so hard.
Was
to
it?
Get. Yeah, it was super hard to get that thing, and then they just gave up on it.
Yeah, it was like the Wii when it first came out. It was so hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kept hitting that thing when I kept losing on Sonic.
Yeah, you couldn't move that thing because if you moved it, that CD was skipping and it was over. Yeah, you had to, and that controller was
the huge one.
Yeah.
And I think you have like a little chip on the middle too, or I forgot it was just a chip or a screen.
No, it was a memory card.
Both, yeah,
and it had a screen on it, a little like almost looked like a watch face.
Yeah.
Type LED. Yeah, and it would tell you it was almost full or something like that. But there was something else that you could put in that controller that made it do something. And I think it was one game. It was kind of like the robot for NES. It was a gimmick. Like they were like, you could do this with it, and like one game did it, and it didn't work very well. And there was something else that you could do with the screen. Somebody will tell us in a second, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I do not have a landline. Marketplace Boutique has a landline. We don't have a landline either. I have installed many phone taps over the years. Nothing was secret corporations. There you go. Satellite is almost as bad as AOL. I can imagine. My grandkids love my rotary phone I have here sitting on my table. If it ever rings, I'm running. Right. If I ever find a Dreamcast, I'm picking it up to resell it. I've resold one. It's a slow resell, but it will resell. It's cool though. I had to play it for a while because nobody I knew had one. Like, and I know the games, so we hooked it up, and we had Virtual Fighter that came with when we bought it, and me and Sarah played it for a while. Dreamcast and Sega Saturn had about the same run. Like they both came out like in between two mammoth systems from Sony. And so Sega released like the Saturn, and they were like 32-bit Sega Saturn, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. And then PlayStation was like, no, it's not. And they had PlayStation, and PlayStation just ran the table on them. And then they were like, oh, we're going to try it again. And Dreamcast 64-bit CD system, and then PlayStation was like, PlayStation 2.
And that's the one that killed all of it.
I think Xbox came out around that time too, so it was destroyed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the N64, that's the one that had a long run, isn't it?
That had a good run, yeah.
It did.
Yeah, Dreamcast didn't have a prayer because it was going up against PlayStation, I think 2, Xbox, and I think it was going up. I think actually Dreamcast was going up against original PlayStation, Xbox, and N64 all at the same time. It was
that
it wasn't happening.
bad timing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't
man.
happening. Yeah, was not happening. Let's see. It's a screen on that thing. It's called a VMU, Video Visual Memory Unit. There you go.
Okay.
Can't remember the Dreamcast. Angie says we have Starlink. It's awesome. Interesting.
Is it better than AT&T?
No, it's better than it's for people that live in remote areas that can't get access to really high speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not as fast as like Comcast or AT&T or Verizon or anybody, but it's faster than most satellite internet providers. So I've heard good things about it. Angie's the only person I ever know that had it, to be honest with you. So how fast is it, Angie?
I didn't even know what it is. I mean, I guess fast enough to stream the live.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be, huh? So yeah.
Granted, it's only 720, so I wonder if she could stream 1080. Actually,
probably not, but maybe. I don't know. People have said good things about it that I've seen like on the news and stuff, but you never know. You know how truthful that is, but. And Elon claims it's really fast, but he's supposed to because he owns the company.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't he own it?
Yeah. That'd be like him coming out and be like, "Yeah, Teslas, they're not really that great, dude.
They're junk." Yeah, like,
we have quality control issues.
They just make me money. That's it.
I'm seeing a lot of those on the road now, like way more than I ever have. Like there must have been a run on them because they're all over the place here.
And I gotta tell you, they piss me off here, especially in LA. Because they are the worst drivers, and they have autopilot.
They drive themselves.
And that what Jimmy said, they swerve a lot, and then you get the fast ones, but then you get the super slow ones that are going 50 in the freeway in the middle lane. I was like,
oh no, oh my goodness,
no, that's not cool at all.
No,
not cool at all. I came up on a guy today. I was coming down the highway, and I'm like, man, I'm coming up on this guy real quick. And I couldn't change over. And I'm like, I slowed down, and I'm like, you're doing 43 in a 65. And it's a 65, but everybody's doing 75.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, what is going on here?
We see 65 here. We're going 90.
Yes, I know. My favorite part of the California driving experience, if you're ever in California, and I know you've seen this, and you probably do it because I've done it. You get on the freeway.
I do it, I'm pretty sure.
Where there's it's a 5-lane freeway, and you merge on, and you immediately go from lane 1 all the way over to lane 5, like the 5-lane switch.
I go from lane 1 all the way to the carpool.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing, because when you're behind watching someone do that and they hit the gas and they're just like, whoa, you're like, somebody's gonna die doing this.
I was just saying, I remember
I've done.
I remember driving in LA and our next exit was like that, and I was like, man, we gotta get over. It's like if you stutter, man, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to at least get a mile after your exit or before your exit. You have to get a mile before that, because if you don't, people aren't going to let you pass.
No,
they're not going to let you pass here at all.
The turn signal on, like I want to get right, means nothing in LA.
It does mean something. It means that I'm going to go more closer. That way you can't pass.
It means you left it on. Is what it means.
Yeah.
Earth to space always has some lag due to distance, and way better now than years ago. My husband says if you can get fiber, that's the best choice, but Starlink average about 120 down, 25 up. Yeah, we have fiber here. We have a fiber optic here, and it's pretty fast. Anybody remember the Sega channel? I don't.
I want to say I do, but I don't think so.
I think the Sega channel was on the Dreamcast. I think it was their browser.
Okay.
I think it was their web browser. Is that what it was, Scott? I'm not sure.
Yeah. No,
we've had
Starlink Genesis. That's it.
I had a Genesis.
Yeah, that's the only Sega I've ever had.
I remember I had Genesis and I had a Sega CD. I remember when that came out. that noise that thing made whenever it booted up, or even whenever like you did something in the game and it needed to load, it was like, and then when it started spinning, it would go, and it would get, and you're like, is this thing gonna take flight or something?
Yeah, it's gonna fly.
The 5-lane crossover. It's called using the 4-pit. Yeah, well, we do have one where you have to do that. It's 4 lanes though. You can actually get on the 4-pit bridge, and in order to keep going north, you have to switch from lane 1 to lane 4 to get into the tunnel. And then all the people that want to get off are coming. So it's like everybody's crossing traffic, and it's like a quarter of a mile distance.
Oh,
is all you have to do this. So it's just a nightmare. It's awful. They should never have that happen anywhere. It shouldn't. Here in Chicago, one hand on the wheel and one hand up with the finger showing. Chicago.
I've done that. I've done that plenty times here.
With the horn.
PokeTube, are you talking about Sega Channel? It was a download game over the internet/phone line service. I don't know. Comcast game subscription service for Genesis. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't have it. I didn't even know you could hook those systems up to the internet.
They did. I know. Well, I don't know about those,
Genesis,
but I know the
Dreamcast was the first one I remember being able to do it.
They had the Ethernet cord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the original PlayStation, I don't think you could hook that up.
No, not the
2 you could.
The 2 you could.
But you
I think the 1 you could too, actually.
I don't know. I don't think 1 you could, because 1 was the big silver one.
Maybe the Slim. I don't think the original you could.
I know 2 you. I have one somewhere around here.
Yeah.
2 you could, but you had to have the adapter. That there was a back plate that you popped off, and then it slid in there. Yeah. And then you could hook it up to the internet. In fact, if you ever source them, so if you ever see a PlayStation 2 with that adapter attached to it, it's actually worth more than without.
Because so the PS1 you couldn't.
Dang it! Yeah. I gotta find mine. I have it. I used to play.
It's worth.
I used to play Madden on it.
Yeah, it's worth about $50 more.
Okay.
With that little adapter on it, because and I think the adapter by itself is worth like $50 or $60, because they didn't make a lot of them because there really wasn't that many games that you could play online at the time. And then, believe it, I don't think the system was actually fast enough to do online gaming or anything.
It wasn't.
Yeah. You have to ask Jeeves first, then you can use Netscape.
Oh man, that was a good browser. That was a good browser.
I remember they were based out of Oakland, California. They had their own building, and it said Ask Jeeves on the top, and it had the little waiter guy on it. And it was a sad day when they got rid of the waiter and just put the word ask up there. And I was like, lame.
Boring.
Dreamcast had a modem attachment. I think I remember seeing it. We have Comcast, never had Sega. Then you will be a prodigy. See what I did there? Prodigy. Prodigy was dangerous. Prodigy was very dangerous. Prodigy was the way to get things that you shouldn't have on your computer.
Yeah,
we had LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Yep.
Yep. Same. Everybody had LimeWire. The FBI is watching. I never downloaded a single bit of music there.
Never.
Me neither.
One song. And if I did, I already owned the CD.
Absolutely.
I have this Stone Temple Pilots CD. Now I can digitally download it legally.
Yeah, it's in my iTunes. It's fine.
That's right. No. Yeah, it was.
Here's my book of CDs. See, we're good.
That's right. Kazaa was the other one. That's right.
Kazaa, yeah.
I never heard of that.
Unfortunately, none of them held a finger to the original Napster. The original Napster was perfect. Yes. It was so easy to download things on it. It was so simple. And then Metallica. I mean, they wanted paid for their music. What is wrong with these guys?
Right. Come on, bro.
Do this for free.
It took us like 15 albums to find the good one anyway, so you know that person bought it.
I remember the worst is when you would download a song and it would either be a cover or it was like the
radio
wrong
station.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like someone recorded it off a radio station, or it had that like digital noise in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
Or you
But yeah,
thought you had one, and they would get you like the last minute of the song.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah. Yep.
what is this?
You're driving down the road and you're like, yeah. What happened?
Oh jeez.
Yeah, because more or less when Napster went down, ICQ started going down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then LimeWire and Kazaa got away with it for years.
Till everybody's computer started busting up.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, your computer would get slower and slower, slower.
Yep.
Like, what's going on? I know it's probably a memory issue, and then you'd run the virus software, and it'd be like 760 issues, and you're like, oh,
Be all solid pink.
yeah,
And then again, you get your parents in there. See, this is what happens.
that's right. Yeah,
We're
what's that?
deleting
It's a
this.
song. No, it's not. That looks like a picture. It's not a picture, Mom. It's a song.
We're taking it off. No, you're not.
.jpg means it's a picture. It's a song. It's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Promise. Why does it say Alicia Silverstone on it? I don't know. That's the name of the band.
Don't click on it.
Don't touch it. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do my homework. I was a Midwest FidoNet mail hub on a 286 DOS 3.0 IBM PS2. Wow. I got 286 and DOS 3.0, an IBM. Actually, I do know exactly what that is. 286 is the brand or the type of computer. DOS is the operating system, and IBM is obviously the manufacturer. Yeah. The first computer I ever had was a 386. It's the only reason I know that.
Ooh.
So, that's right. I ran the Crossroads BBS for years out of my bedroom. I don't know what that is for. I've been a Metallica fan since. Goddamn Lars. Colorado ceviche tonight, a.k.a. canned tuna. Nice. I like that. Colorado ceviche. I might use that. There you go. Lincoln Park Gnome mp3.exe. Yeah. Virus.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then you open it and just things go wrong. My buddy downloaded something one time and like opened it and like his computer just literally shut down. Like nothing. He couldn't do anything. The screen was still there. Everything was still there. He could do nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, he's like, I really wanted this song. He goes, and it was the only one. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have downloaded it. You dope.
You gotta give it a few weeks, man.
Yeah, that's right.
My buddy did the same, but then he started seeing all these windows going all over the place. I was like, oh, dude, your dad's going to be so mad. I was like, I'm going home. You're not staying the night? Nope.
Yeah, when you got in that pop-up trap where it's and you're like, oh. Did you ever try to out-click them?
Yeah.
Like, close. Oh, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Then the next option, power button.
Yep.
Mine was trying to put the AOL CD inside, thinking that was the internet. I would get one every day saying get internet AOL for a week. I was like, okay. No, you needed the internet to even use it.
Yeah,
and I thought that was the internet.
Yeah, no. Bulletin board system pre-internet. Got it. Do not pass go. Do not collect. That's right. All right, we've reminisced enough tonight. What do you guys?
Good times.
Yeah, it was awesome. What do you guys got coming up this week?
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to be here next Monday. I'm going to be on vacation.
What are you
I am leaving on Sunday evening. Sunday. Yes, July 3rd. I'm leaving, and I'm not gonna be here on Monday. I mean, I could, but then that would just take out the point of vacation.
Take your vacation, dude. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So I won't be here for next Monday. I don't know if you guys are gonna have a show. If you do,
we are. We'll just be the two of us. We'll probably be talking about AOL and Prodigy and because
yeah, but I'll probably pop in here and there because we still gotta wait for the fireworks show. Yeah, but
for sure.
so for the YouTube channel, I think I have something planned. I don't exactly remember actually, but I do have it on my phone, so I'm hoping to have that up either tomorrow or the day after. And right now, no whatnot auctions anymore because I'm actually having more luck with the reselling platforms than I am with whatnot. So back to focusing, and I'm getting all this stuff just here organized. And yeah, other than that, that's all I got.
Cool. Jimmy?
Let's see. I know we're going to be working on a video, but Sunday at 7 p.m. my channel's the Jimmy and John show, and then back here Monday with just Adam.
Yeah. It'll be pretty boring.
Because Ed has to take vacation. No, we'll be all right.
What are you going to do? So, yeah, tomorrow I think we're actually going to go investigate the Goodwill with the tops and the shirts. So I think we're going to take a ride by tomorrow and do a hidden camera with them. So I might actually wear a polo with a pocket and just do what Ed does and stick my camera in there.
Yep.
So I think we're going to do that tomorrow. So we gotta locate some shipping supplies too tomorrow because I don't know, the prices on the ones we have been ordering has gone up significantly. So we're going to do that and then go take a ride over to Goodwill and see what they're doing with their shirts. So that's so hopefully that'll be the video for tomorrow night, unless it sucks and then there won't be a video. So either way, and then me and Sarah are live on Thursday with Shorty Resells. Is going to be our guest on Thursday at 9 p.m. So come check that out. And then we're, of course, live on Sunday and then back here Monday with me and Jimmy. So, and Ed will be vacationing. So, well deserved, I'm sure. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'll send you guys a picture of me eating the In-N-Out burger up there.
Well,
no, you can skip that.
I went to Goodwill after. I went to Goodwill during my work break because I had to get out, but I'll show you what I found.
Right.
But it needs surgery. I cried when I got home. I was like, "What? I missed that!" But yeah, look at this dude.
Oh wow!
1994
Nice.
single stitch. But what is this? Wait, hold on. There it is.
Oh.
Bummer. But luckily we could turn it inside out, stitch it, and it's fine. But yeah, man, 1994. St.
What
Jose
is that
Shark.
doing in Ohio?
I don't know, but again, here's the bad part. It's my size, but I'm going to sell it because, dude, single stitch of these shirts are good.
Yeah,
40, 50.
Well, that's
40,
the old
50
logo
bucks.
too.
Yeah, 40, 50 bucks, man.
Nice.
So,
some Goodwills.
It has to have surgery. $1.99. I know. I paid up for it. Dang it! I gotta quit doing that.
We're gonna go and investigate tomorrow and see what they're doing. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be a decent little video. So yeah. You might have sold it already.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, we gotta.
Mark rag.
Washcloth. That's the only problem with it. Bummer.
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, that's all we got.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you guys next Monday. Me and Sarah will see you Thursday with Shorty Resell. So. See you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good day, sir.